Welcome to another episode of Courageous Exchanges. This is Joy. Alex is not here right now, and I did not think to get a sound bite of her saying her name. I guess I could have stolen it from another episode. Anyway, we're going to get back into part 2 of our episode with Yemi, Men Be Knowing. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share this podcast with others. Hope you enjoy the rest. We are getting old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or old.
There are men doing that, and that have women in their lives. There are plenty of them.
Yes.
I don't mind having like retiring and Chris does all the work. Like no, that's a dream. Like just stay home dad, sign me up. But until then, we both got to push the ball up the hill.
Yeah.
Right? And we got to
Yeah,
track.
you can't. I feel like you can't have somebody on your back and you're pushing the ball up the hill.
Yeah,
you're pushing the ball, you're carrying them, and all the other shit that you come with and they come with.
Some people like that.
Some people do like that.
Some
Like you
people-
said, it's a project, I think. And the older I get, Darnell and I were having this conversation.
Yeah.
The older I get, the less I want
excess
stuff.
Yes.
Like stress or conversations, or, all other shit, or. Yeah.
You know what you want now. You know, you have clarity because you've had experiences of like, oh, I've been there, done that. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Whenever I think about like couples that may have that dynamic, I always wonder if it's a control thing. Like,
I think it is.
Yeah, like if you're with
aspect?
someone that doesn't have vision, who is kind of complacent, doesn't have resources, is kind of just there, and you're trying to figure out like, what are you doing with this person? In my mind, I always wonder. Is there a control dynamic here where you're not threatened? Like, you're not threatened. You have full control. You don't ever have that moment of conflict or that moment of conversation where, like, you might be wrong and you have to apologize or you need to shift your behavior or you need to reflect. Like, that's not happening if you've chosen to be in certain sorts of
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point, and I feel like that's a whole.
That's dangerous. Like, don't control
because you could
somebody.
lose yourself in that. But one of the things I really love about you, Chris, your relationship is that you both, like, you guys are a married couple, but you also have your own lives. You have your own friends. You do your own things. You still go on guy trips.
Yes.
A big thing, and I told Alex this afterwards because I was like, this is so weird, but. You had come to Atlanta to visit.
Yes.
And so many of my married friends were like, your wife will let you come to visit Joy? And so we were like, let is a... And you kept saying, like, let?
Yeah.
Let? Yeah. Did she let me? And so...
No, it was the other way.
You let her?
Yes, I let her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like... Oh, you let her come to, it was the concert.
She had come to Beyonce, yes. And because they were like, you didn't come then?
No, I was like I was home with the baby. They were like, you let her go? And I was like, let?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No.
What do you think about letting? Or people kind of almost assuming like your partner should not be comfortable, I guess, with you living a life outside of them?
I would say PDW TW.
PDW
TW. People do what they want. So
regardless.
Okay.
So
that's the episode title.
There you go.
No, but and that lesson came from your past teaches you a lot. And that came from my prior person before, because I thought I was doing everything right, but at 22, girls go through a whole different phase. If you're dating somebody and they're like 21, 20, I know you're having a hard time right now. 22 is rough. Just forgive her. It's not, it's a transitional stage. That's my theory, and I've seen a lot of people at that age just like go weird.
I'm trying to think of 22 Joy.
So, but it was like, I thought I was doing everything right, but they had a different plan for their life at the moment and what they wanted to experience and what they wanted to go through. And they did what they did, right? And that's when I realized that people are going to do whatever they want, no matter what you're doing. So you might as well just, whatever control you think, let it go, man. Yeah. So when people say like for a perfect example, before I left the house, she told me a calendar of, you're doing this, just align calendars. If you put anything on my calendar, I'll do it. It's crazy. Like I live my life by my calendar. So we have a calendar
because
that
we're getting old, and if it's not in the calendar,
I'm not showing up.
Yep.
I didn't even know you. What Tuesday?
Yeah. If it's there though, I wake up and like, oh, I got to do this today. So she goes, on this 3 dates, this is what's happening, and on that day I'm going out, I'm doing it. I'm like, all right, cool, mental check, blah blah blah, and there is no like, oh, I'm trying to go X. Our conversation now is like, oh, do we have someone to watch the baby? And it's like, oh, I don't have anything that day. Oh yeah, I'll be here. Cool.
That's right.
And then the details of, oh, I'm gonna be. I don't need the details. Like, bye. Because in my head it's like, all right, the baby's gonna go to bed at 8:30. From 8:30 to 12 o'clock, it's Yemi time. I'm good. That's the what goes in my head. Like, whoa, there's nobody. Like, I could sit there, no one can tell me anything to do. It's like free time for me. The only thing I'm gonna ask is, when are you coming back?
Yes.
Okay, so now I only have free time between now and then. It's not, oh, you
But
out
now,
there.
when you coming back? Because I need you to be back by
No.
How
It's
much free time do I have?
yes, because if you say, oh, I'll be back like 2 a.m, oh, I could watch this movie, I could watch that movie,
could play this
I could play my
game.
game, I could be on the phone with my friends. Like, it's a whole party. And there's a lot of guys that think that. People think like, oh, we're doing all this. No, sometimes that's a quiet time for us.
Yes.
Also, it's like, I might put Sai to bed earlier that he never goes to bed because
Science like the sun is still out, Dad.
nah, you gotta go, buddy. Like, no, that is this time. So that's where I built the whole. There's no let because people are gonna do what they're gonna do. You cannot stop it. If you think like, oh, don't let her go because she's gonna do this outside, and if she goes on that trip and that, bro, it could be the next door neighbor to you, man. Like that comes and says hi to you all. You can't stop any of that. So once I realized that and then I learned that lesson the hard way, it was easy sailing. Mentality for me is like, I don't have anything to lose because I'm not doing anything wrong. So, and I didn't do anything wrong before that. And that happened. So it's like 1 + 1 is not 2. So stop thinking it's always going to add up that way. So just be free. Like, and if they're free and they're able to go out, enjoy themselves, there's more things that comes to a relationship, right? Because you guys are now like collaborating on that level. It's not, oh, I can't go out because my man, or could you tell this story for me and tell?
No, that's crazy.
It's not worth it.
Wait, like lie?
Yeah. No, people do that. Like, oh, let's.
People do.
People
Tell
make
the
things
story.
up.
Oh,
I was at your house. Don't say you was at my house.
Yeah,
that's very, very common.
So when the let happened, I was like, no. But then I had to ask the comment, like, what do you mean by let? Like, how do y'all operate in your household? And they said their story at that time, and I was like, oh no, I don't. If I say I'm going somewhere, I mean, it's not last minute either. Like, it's a well planned, oh, we're going here, or we're going, I mean, something's come up last minute, like, oh, my friend just told me that we're going out. We good? Like, all right, I'll see you later, I'll be back at this time. And sometimes like, oh, well, I was thinking of doing this, then it's like, oh, well, I'm canceling that plan, on vice versa. But there's no in my relationship, there's no letting. It's everybody live, have your life, live your life. The individual has to grow.
The individual has to grow, and if you don't trust the individual to grow, then
they're gonna resentment.
That's exactly the word that kept coming into my mind, and I think that is something that I've thought about a lot, which I think really does speak a lot to my relationship. It's similar.
Do you let him go out?
We don't do that.
Don't let.
I feel like even if I tried that, he'd be like, what? Like, it wouldn't even.
You like, lucky I let you go out today with your little friend.
He's not. That's not.
It's not your child.
But also, I think for me, though, my experience, again, goes back to my childhood, because I grew up in a house where my dad went out.
Right.
And my mom went out.
And
it wasn't, so to me, it was normal for people to go out separately.
Have friends.
And then also have family time too. So for me, that wasn't even something that I could consider. And actually, when I speak to people who have the let dynamic, it tenses me up. Like, it drives me nuts, because number one, I'm a Sag, so I don't like to be told what to do.
Oh, okay.
I am a freedom-loving Sag. I don't like, even if you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it.
Contrary.
Yes. So, but to me, I think something that my partner and I talk about a lot is it really just comes down to respect. Like, forget everything else. Like, it's the fact that I respect you enough to understand that I respect and I truly love you enough to understand that I have to love all of you.
Right.
So that means the part of you that likes to go out
Yeah.
and, you know, drink and be on the street and be outside, like
Yeah.
that's part of, you know, you don't only get the person that's sitting next to you every day and like talking to you about your life goals and all. It's the whole thing. And it doesn't mean that we don't have work to do,
Right.
but you got to take the whole person, you know?
I think there's also a balance in like, now, I'm not outside every weekend, right? She might say a different story. But but if you're like, again, if you're like outside and you're not taking care of what needs to happen in the home, now that's a different story, right? You might need to be let out like a dog sometimes.
That's right.
But if everything is balanced, you're taking up your equal share. And I'm the kind of person that, you know, I probably can be inside the house 2 weeks in a row. Does not mean I need to like, I mean, at this, I'm not in the club anymore, but it's like, oh, I need to go hang out with my friend. We need to go get some wings at a bar and watch the game, like that kind of stuff. Or I just need to go to their house and we just have a social gathering, and sometimes you're coming along with them. Like that's what we're doing in some days. So, but the just like permissions of going out and all that stuff, like it was just never anything that I'm so anti it that I purposely leave my life against it, because I just don't. Again, you can't control people, so
I also think there's something so beautiful about having your own life outside of this person.
Yes.
It makes me really nervous when people are like, "We all we got," and it's like, "That's it."
No.
Who do you talk to about that person?
Yeah.
Like just them?
It also makes me scared when I feel like, when partners act like they own each other, like that whole idea that like.
But I think that comes with that control sometimes, is that it can be.
What do you mean own each other?
Like, you know, like we're going to, you know, shop right on Friday, and we this is what we do every weekend, where it's like not really, again, taking into consideration that
what does that person want to do?
And
what does she want to do? What does he want to do? What does he like? What are some of his hobbies? What are his friends? What does he do when he's with his friends? What do they talk about?
Yeah.
I just feel like, and I don't know if that has been formative in my journey, but like I have to be able to be a standalone person, and I also need a partner that can be a standalone.
Please don't want to be up under me all the time.
Yeah.
I just
Give me a reason to miss you a little bit.
Yeah. I'm nervous about for real getting in a relationship, because I'm like, oh man, I gotta like entertain somebody. I really like quiet. The other day I came home from work. I think it was the day before the last day of school. The last day the kids had school. And I came home and I sat for hours. And I was like, oh my God, the TV's not even on. I was just reading a book. And I couldn't imagine someone being like, and now I got to be up on top of you all the time because I can't let you out of my sight because you got to be up under me. Because if you're not up under me, then I think you're doing something wrong. Whoa, you got to go.
Or not even that. To me, it's even the idea of like, we have to go to Kinko's. Kinko's doesn't exist. What? I just showed my age.
We gotta get a new Xerox machine.
It's like, no, we don't need to go. You can ask me. You can say, babe, I need to go.
Would you like to come?
Yeah, that's different, but I hate that.
I used to be like, we're going here because this is what, like, my friends are having a thing, so we're going. And like, I found out later that that wasn't always liked. So I know that I won't do that moving forward. No, unless that person wants to always, but also I want to have fun with my friends without my person.
I think with me, with especially with your friends are having things, like, again, I was always with my guy friends, like, I would show up with my girlfriend. Like, it could be like, all guys I know we're hanging out. Yeah, we come like, come hang out with us. Because again,
did that cause problems with your friends?
No, because I would tell them.
I don't like when the girl brings the guy to the girls' night.
Do not bring your boyfriend
Why
to the girls' night. Why is
your boyfriend at the girls' night?
It's but
I hate this nigga.
For us.
My
this
God,
nigga always want to be
here?
No, but
Yemi's here again.
Y'all make it sound bad. It was not that bad. It was like, okay, we're going out, and I know that. Let's say we're going to a bar to watch a game or something like that, and the Knicks are playing, and it's like, oh, well, I want to see her too because we're dating at that point.
Okay.
Come, like, I'm gonna be here with them.
Do you mention it to your friends first?
if it's 9 of us going, maybe 2 of them know that she's coming, and the rest of the 7 will be surprised.
All right.
So, but again, like these are the people I wanted to hang out with that day. So it's selfish, but I like hanging out with her. I like hanging out with y'all. This is where I'm at today. Okay. But she's not. But also that's also how they all get to know each other a little bit, right? It's a social circle now. It's not just like you see how they interact with each other. Like she gets to see the people I hang out with when she's not there.
Like natural habitat.
In their natural habitat, which is important because now she knows. Oh, that's what y'all do. Like this is what happened. Because again, people are gonna be after a while. It's like. Yeah. They won't even realize she's there. And people are going to do what they're going to do anyway.
She's also a sports girl. So
No, she doesn't even watch sports like that. Oh. She played it, but she doesn't. No, somebody tried to bag her with that, and it didn't work out for them. Yeah, they was like, oh, and she's like, yeah, no, I don't watch basketball like that.
I'm
like,
a player. I
played out of necessity, but no, I'm not trying to sit there and go on a date and do that. So lucky me then. I didn't try that. So yeah, but like trips and things of that nature.
You still go on trips. And it's not, I feel like, obviously, I don't know what's going on in your house 24/7.
Yeah.
But you've never been like, oh, guys, Chris is not talking to me because I said I'm going to Vegas.
No, that's not. No. But what does happen is, let's say we are going to Vegas, right? And we start planning it in, let's say we're going to Vegas next year, which we're not. There's no plan of going to Vegas right now as of this episode. Yes. But if we were, it's whatever month this is, we would start planning in maybe October, right? So I would know from October I'm going to Vegas in June. All the guys would know. It's like, okay, get your household together, whatever you know. We're going
everybody knows who's
everybody knows where they go. So by November, I'm like, oh, Chris, we're going to Vegas in June. It's ample enough time. It's already out there. It's on the calendar. It's there. What happens the weekend I'm going, as I'm going to get a pedicure, I'm going to get my nails done, I'm getting my hair cut. It's like, oh, you going to Vegas? I'm like, we had this conversation many months. She's like, and then I'm packing my bag. I got to put my clothes together.
Yep.
Is that you?
Yep, same.
But now I got to pack my bag. I don't like, but now I'm not like boasting like, oh, here's my new outfit. No, it's like,
nah. You gotta be
real quiet, like real humble.
Yeah, you gotta be real humble as you pack.
Yes, I pack a real.
You gotta be like, I don't even know that I want to go no more.
I don't even feel like going no more. True, yo, no bullshit. I'll stay home.
If
I thought I was gonna get my money back, I wouldn't even go.
You gotta be. You can't be like, I'm going Vegas. No, you gotta
can't be on the phone like that.
Mind you texting your friends all the gifs like I'm that excited, and you at home like
you gotta be.
That flight is crazy. I don't even want to get on the plane, yo.
Soon as I get in that Uber though.
Yep.
But we're talking the whole time I'm there, FaceTime, conversation. So and it doesn't matter even when I travel for work. Like it's the same thing. Like, yeah, but if you're out there, but I have some friends that one of my friends, and he would do something like this. 2 days before, he told his girl at that time, they're not together anymore, that I'm going to Vegas with the guy.
2 days before.
What?
So he gets there like, oh, she's mad at me. And we're like, well, what happened? Bro? Unpack it. He's like, oh, no, I told her. I'm like, when'd you tell her? And we're like, you're bugging. So that's another thing. Like, we hold each other accountable. Like, you're bugging. You're wild. That's your fault. We all, like, cleared everything in the house, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes we show up and he's like, oh, nah, my wife or my girlfriend is upset I'm on this trip. But, it could have been something else that they argued about in the house, right? But maybe we had an argument, and he's like, "But I'm here now. We're gonna have a good time. When I get home, I'll solve it." 2 hours into the trip.
I hate fighting with a nigga and then he go on vacation. Like, what? I gotta pause my anger.
No. The thing is, it's so hard to stay mad. That's my thing. Is like, if I'm mad, like, let's just finish the mad.
because it's gonna be going.
Let's just do this fight right now because I don't want to have to remember to be mad at you in 4 days when you come home. Because I'm not. And now I look weak because I'm supposed to be mad.
Now I look weak. Because I got to stand to this
I got to stand up to you.
No.
And I can't.
Yeah.
Because it's been 4 days.
No, I've had, this yeah, I've had another friend that his ex-girlfriend at the time. These are all 10, 15 years old stories. That she was so mad at him, like the whole trip, like they were arguing. Like we were on a
Also,
vacation
leave me
So
somewhere,
much energy.
but they young love, like
Oh.
yeah, this is yeah,
Okay.
and we were like, yo, we're ready to go. Oh, my first time in New Orleans, and now that I say that, if you watched it, you know I'm talking about you. My first time in New Orleans,
This goes
and
out to you.
they like it was just the three of us, and he would be in the car the whole time just arguing. Like the vibes was just off because his energy was down, and he's a
Lively guy.
lively person.
Yeah.
And one time we went out, we were on Bourbon Street, and he just stayed in the car the whole time, and we were
Oh
gone for
my
like 3
God.
and they were just on the phone back. Yeah, like
Oh no!
Yeah,
I know
that's
somebody
terrible.
who used to do that to their now ex-husband.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then when they got divorced, was like, I don't understand why he left me, and I'm like,
Oh,
because you are annoying.
I'll let
Thank
you.
God
Everything
those
doesn't
days
have to
are
be.
over.
I'm so glad we're out of
Yeah.
our 20s and like early 30s. Like I feel like we're so much more mature.
Yes.
A lot of our relationships were pretty unhealthy.
They were bad.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
You got to go through the bad to get to the good.
That's true.
Yes, or you can learn from somebody else's bad, and then you cannot make those mistakes. People who are watching this who
Yeah.
might be.
One of my favorite quotes is living vicariously through others.
Yes.
I believe in that.
Yes.
Like I love when people tell me their stories, their experiences, because I know what to do and what not to do.
I sometimes, especially as a therapist, sometimes I get caught in the like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bad idea because my experience with that was a bad idea. But some people have to live their lives. Some people I think you can like intervene and be, as my job as a therapist is like to unpack it before you go do it. But
I think that this is a good time to also ask Yemi a question
Oh, boy.
for the women.
Okay.
Because we wanted to hear your perspective, right? I think that it's such a special time to have a man on the couch with us and talking. And so I
nervous?
wonder if there's
I am. You
any.
see me,
no,
right?
this is light.
You
Yeah,
like-
you got this.
It's light. Okay.
like the wall is here.
Yeah, thank God.
Are there any like notes or like pieces of advice that you would give to women who either are dating and are hoping to move into serious relationships, whether they're marriage or committed relationships, and are maybe, having a little bit of a hard time meeting that guy?
Meeting the guy.
Yeah.
Meeting and maintaining, because I know
Yeah.
that we're looking
Meeting
for
is one and then maintaining would be the other.
I think meeting the guy. So I have, from a guy's perspective, so because I've been out the game for a long
Yeah.
time. So, but I have one friend that's in the game right now, and so he keeps me abreast of what's going on. But so this is going to be some things that he's told me, because he always says like, "Yo, man, y'all stay with y'all women, man. Stay, because they are nuts out there." This is
It's
not
funny
my opinion.
because I think that about my men.
You're like, what they are asking for out here is
Oh, they want you to pay a bill.
yeah,
What?
They
yeah,
want you to pay all the
yeah.
bills.
And he goes, "You got a good woman, man. Stay with her. Do not become single. This is not it, because it's just very, very ridiculous based on when we grew up, right?
Yeah.
Like, this current generation, it might be what works for them, but so on and so forth. But what I would say is, at this, if you're definitely over 35, 45, getting to the, hopefully you've had life experiences, right? And whatever list you have that you used when you were 20 and even 35, you may want to like just scrap it and throw it away and deal with the reality of where you're at now. So an example of that, and it's not about people.
So knowing your lane in dating.
You
Where are
definitely
you
want
right
to.
now?
You definitely got to put your bowling shoes on and stay in your lane. You definitely have to do that. Like, because you have to know the reality. I think you should know. I don't want to speak in absolute. I think you should know the reality of your situation. You prior ideal goal might be, you know what? I don't want to date a man with kids, right? Or with baby mothers, right? That's fine. I don't think you should date a man with 3 baby mothers, right? But
No.
you might have to date somebody that has 1 baby mother.
Yes.
It could have been somebody that they had when they were 20, and now they've, the relationship didn't work out, but they're a different
Not
person.
7.
7 is aggressive. Like you, like at one point he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be number 8. Like,
No.
yeah, K plus 8. Like, no, that's
we're not
not.
doing
Yeah,
that.
They're not together either.
So understand your lane.
yeah, and the reality of where you're
And
at,
your reality
and
of
knowing
where
you are too.
and then
Yeah.
what do you bring to the table?
Yes.
Like, I think it probably was a movie, like, or something that happens, like, oh, I keep every no, it was a comedy stand up. I think that I keep attracting no good men, and then it was like, oh no, everybody I talk to is a no good man. It was like, yeah, but what is about you that you keep attracting?
That's
no
right.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different word they used, but ain't shit. That's
yeah,
it.
say
yeah,
that.
Yeah. You could say
You
ain't
could
shit
curse.
niggas. Ain't shit niggas is okay.
I have a job.
As do I.
Alex don't give a fuck.
See, I got him.
But no, but so it's
Know
that
your
just
lane, know yourself.
know yourself and know like
The reality
And
of where you
I'm-
are,
yeah.
I think, is really important.
And you said something I think that earlier that was I think key too is like something about like leaning too hard on that. What is the word? When you are with someone because that potential.
yes, yes.
It's like,
Over invest in the potential.
Over-investing in,
Yeah,
in
It,
potential.
it's almost like, so from a guy's peel back the onion a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's-
Unpopular opinion.
Yes. That's what we
So
want.
and that's one part that I'm gonna say that I completely disagree with. The guy that passed away, Kevin Samuels, and what he did.
Yes.
A lot of guys agree with it.
Okay.
Yes.
A lot of things he said that I like when because I was never I'm not in that position. When he came out, I was already married, all that stuff. That I say, oh, that makes sense. The part that does not make sense, let me just say that, is like when he starts like degrading the physical attributes of a woman.
Yes.
I think that's when he always crosses his line, goes overboard. You don't need to do that. But everything else, like, oh, they were calling like, oh, I want a guy, a high value man. Make 6 figures, all this stuff. And then he goes, okay, yeah, that's fine.
What do you
do?
make? That's right.
And then they sit, and I was just like,
Exactly.
and I go back and I'm like, okay, my friends, I know the kind of friends I have and what I consider them high value. I'm like, my friends would not date her. They might go out with her one night for just that, but they won't date her. So when you know your own circle won't date, that's the reality. But people will go, oh no, why would they say? That's how men think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really how we process information. We don't always act on that, but viscerally, that's how we start.
Yeah.
And then we start peeling back the layout
Yeah.
because we're simple. We go generic
right.
first, and then we get
That's
intricate.
right.
So it's like if you understand that, it's like you got to know who you are, where you bring it. If you have
That's
like
right.
terrible credit and all that, like you just gotta relax. You can't say like, oh no, he needs to be a CEO of a company.
That's right.
What are you a CEO of? What? What
Yeah.
do you do? Like how? Like okay, he gets with you. Then how are you gonna maintain? You said keep him.
Right.
Maintain.
That's right.
How are you gonna keep him?
I think this is a really important conversation because
Yeah.
I think that the lane thing is one thing, and we've been talking about that a lot. But we were also talking about that piece of work. I think Zany was talking about it too, how like there's a point where you have to step back and reflect. Where am I? What am I working towards? And what does the road ahead look like?
Right.
There is a level of ownership in that process over like yourself
Absolutely.
and what you're bringing that gets skipped
Yep.
often. And so I really love that you brought that up. And it's good to hear that men are thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because that's like meaty and that's substantial when choosing a partner.
No, one of my
Men are deeper than we thought.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, you are, but like
y'all might really think that. Like, but we're simple. We're simple.
heard
but
that.
We're very. We don't need a lot.
Yeah.
But the things we need sometimes get viewed out. Oh, I'm not doing that. But it's like, no, you do those basic things. It's like
you got
you unlocking. Yeah, you got the key to the code. You're gonna have them sprung doing whatever you want. No, but one of the conversations in the group chat is like, I think it started from a social media thing that take a girl to Applebee's, and it's like, and it's like they don't want to go to Apple Cheesecake Apple, and it's like, I mean, at my age, I'm not going to Applebee's anymore. But there are
cheesecake. Yeah.
I could go to Cheesecake.
I'll go to Cheesecake
I would take my
if
wife
we're
to
not in
Cheesecake.
New York.
Interesting. I'm not going to Applebee's.
I'm not going to Applebee's.
I'm not going to Applebee's.
I'm not going to Applebee's. I'll go to Cheesecake.
I might go to Red Lobster and get some biscuits.
I'll definitely go to Red
Especially if I heard they're closing.
They closed.
They are. I went there with my goddaughter. That was the last
really?
time I was there.
The one in New York is closed.
The one in Bartow Ave? Yeah, I think that's closed. that was the last one I went to, and I
R.I.P. Red
definitely got a
Lobster.
lot of biscuits there.
I got a lot of biscuits.
The ultimate feast though is it's not good food.
No, it's not.
It's not. And
It's not.
when I got older, and I was like,
Yeah, it's not.
But people down those things, but you could go to other places that's like same price economically, and it's better. You don't have to go to a chain. But girls were like, "Oh, I'm not going to Applebee's. We're trying to." Girl,
But let me say this. I also think there's a difference. Like, I will go to Applebee's with my partner now because we are two adults in a relationship.
Yeah.
Do we like Applebee's? No. But, like, let's just say Applebee's was good and it's a chain.
Yes.
We could go anywhere.
Right,
Because we
right.
are two adults in a long-term...
So
in the dating process,
So,
no.
so let's say you were single.
Okay,
And
go.
you just, you had a bar. You had yeah, I like Mexican food and margarita. So let's say you met the guy
Okay.
at the margarita place,
Yes.
whatever, El Taco Loco, whatever,
Okay.
one of the place. And then he's like, you're like, oh yeah, he's cute. I'm giving my number. He's like, yeah,
Okay.
cool. So that, mind you, the bill there's same price economic. And then he goes, oh Alex, I would love to take you out again. Let's go bowling, and then we'll probably go to Outback and get a steak. Look at your face. Your whole face just changed. We can't go to Outback on that first date.
I think I would say... I really want to go out with you. I think that's great. I'm looking forward to bowling. Let me choose the restaurant.
Are you expecting him to pay if you're choosing a restaurant?
I can pay.
Okay.
I probably will look at him funny if I pay, but I'm never going somewhere that I can't pay. I'm gonna pay.
But hold on. So why would you look at him funny based on the decisions you made?
Because I just feel if it's the first date and you made a suggestion, by you making that suggestion,
Yes.
in my mind, I'm like, maybe you need help. Let me show you where to go.
That's you automatic. See, there you go, controlling. That's that.
Controlling. I'm helping you.
I didn't ask for your help.
Okay, well,
Well, what? Like that's an if.
if it's
Well, what?
me,
Uh-huh.
if it's me, I would say I would definitely express that I'm looking forward to the date and I want to go. And you know what? Since you choose the bowling, I'll choose the restaurant. If it means I gotta pay, then I'll pay.
No,
but
he's
better
not going
be
on
good
a second
company.
date.
No.
we'll go. But that better
Would you
be
go on
a
a
good
second date?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but what if the
But
reason?
it has to be a good date.
But
Like,
what if
we
the
better have
reason he
had a good
chose
time.
Outback is because he might own the Outback, or like it's one of the
Great.
places
I'll
that.
find out later.
But you wouldn't want to go there.
We probably will go. But
Okay,
on
so
that
you will go.
particular date,
Yeah.
I would just navigate in a different direction. I would just
That is
say,
controlling, though.
Yeah,
You're taking over.
You like so so.
I'm not saying go to Outback.
No,
I mean, I like Outback.
but hold on. But it all starts
I like
with
the food.
nowadays,
are
right?
we in New York City and you want to go to Outback?
Hold on, the one.
The bread is popping.
If we're in the burbs, then yes, we're going to Outback. But if we're in New
we're
York
not gonna
City,
knock the Bronx. No. We're mad. The
we're not
one
going to
on
Outback
23rd
in
Street.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
We live in New York City.
On
There's so
6th
many
Avenue.
great places we could go that are cheaper.
No, but let's
And
say
nicer.
it's not about the money, but
What
he
is it?
really like the blooming onion. Although
Yeah,
I think
I
that
will take you somewhere that you could get a blooming onion.
see now you pivoted everything I'm doing. First, so on social media, it's
This is her spice.
yeah, that we're gonna get it. It took us a little while, but we're gonna get there. But let's say he wants to. Okay, so the thing is, a man should have a plan. Even when he asks me out, I just gave you
love
a
a man with a
plan.
Give me your plan.
He gave and
She said, "Fuck your plan."
Yes.
No, I didn't.
But okay, so now he let's say he goes, you know what, Alex, I think we currently live here. I would love to move into this neighborhood, and I think this would be great for us. Oh yeah. We could get a house, but we're gonna get a house here.
No, that's not me.
No.
Not for something like that. If it's, babe, we're ready to move into this neighborhood. I've been looking. This is what I think is a good fit for us. Boom, boom, boom. If it's something that makes sense,
Okay.
then I am open to being a part of that process. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you've made this decision and you haven't even brought me in to be a partner in the conversation, I'm a little concerned. But let's see it. Let me see what it is.
Okay, so the house is too big of the decision.
Outback is.
The Outback is more like. I don't think you should change his like. I think you
So
just
I
got
saw this thing one time, and a guy was like, he told a girl they were going to Outback or something, and then she was like, "I'm not going to Outback."
I would
and
never
he was like,
say that.
I actually was going to take you somewhere else. I just wanted
Yeah.
to see what you was going to say.
But that's what. So guys do that now
And then
to
guess
fill
what?
them
And
out.
if you do that to me, I'm turned off, and now I don't want to go out with you because I don't like playing games. Because you got a problem. Why do you think you need to do that? We're here. We're having a good time.
dating in
Hold
America and
on.
women are-
No, it's not necessarily he has a problem. Like so. you don't know what his history, because you had just met, right? So now he wants to understand
He's
the
putting
kind
his
of
traumas on you.
Then you need to go figure it out.
No, it's not his
Because
tra-
if you,
So
if
you
you
have
and
a
I
checklist.
sit and we have a conversation and
Yes.
an exchange, and you buy me a drink, I buy you a drink,
you'll
we
know that
having
you're not an
sex.
Outback girl off the rip.
No, that's
That's
not what
a
I'm
good point.
saying. Also that,
That's a good
but
point,
really
though.
what I'm trying to say is if you haven't developed that piece yet where
Yeah.
you can have a meaningful
Ascertain that,
exchange
yeah.
with someone and say, oh, this is a woman who likes me and
Yeah.
wants to spend time with me. She doesn't, she's not a, whatever the term is now. She's not trying to take advantage of me or
Yeah.
whatever. If you can't figure that out yet, I'm not the woman for you. That's fine.
Right.
We could be friends.
Yeah.
You go and
You can't
figure
be
that
friends.
out. Or not.
You can't.
But go figure it out
Yeah.
and move on. But I don't do that. Don't say, oh, I was going to take you to
Don't be a
Le
weirdo.
Cirque and now I'm taking, but I said Red Lobster. No, I don't do that. I'm
think
not doing that.
I think instantly responding with that is playing games. But in his mindset, he now knows, oh, okay, this that checkbox of how do I know I want to be that's automatically going off. Oh, okay, I see how. I suggested this, she shifted to that. And if he does it again, now it's a pattern. Oh, I said this, she shifted to that. Now you could have a conversation hey, why do you keep changing it? You just think everywhere I pick is whack? I like eating there. I'm a simple person. And you're yeah.
And I would say that's fine that you're a simple
just
person.
too simple.
But sometimes these are the things that I like. And sometimes we'll go to your things and sometimes we'll go to my things.
But we just can't go to my thing on the first date.
However you want to read that is fine.
I want to read that.
But I'm saying that once we get established and,
Yeah.
whatever, we could go to Applebee's, baby. We're in love. But right now, when we're setting the
We
tone,
can get the 2 for
let me
20.
show you some places that I like.
Okay.
Nothing is breaking the bank. These are all chill, fun places.
I
Showing
agree.
someone how to date you.
I'm showing you how to date me.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So
All right.
so can a guy show you how to date him?
Yeah.
Okay. But what if I wanted to show you how to date me on the first date?
And are we going to Applebee's?
Yes, that's how you date me. That's where we're going. See, this is an example of ignoring
Okay.
the man.
What if we just end up at Applebee's randomly? Let's say we're out, we had a great night, we were bowling, we had drinks, The only thing that's open right now is Applebee's. And then I will happily go and sit at Applebee's.
You know what? So that's exactly how the conversation ended in the group chat. If that's the last thing that's open and there's nothing else going on, fine.
See?
We could go.
I don't think anybody ever really wants to go to Applebee's.
No.
Some people do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Shout out to
I'm right-
Applebee's.
Shout out to
see,
Applebee's.
I'm right here with
With
the
the group
guys
chat?
in the group chat.
Alex is like, add me to the group
Add me
chat.
to the group chat. Maybe I'll need a female perspective.
no.
A spicy Haitian female.
We all got a lot of perspective at home. As soon as we get off the phone, there's a perspective
All
waiting for us.
perspective. All perspective.
No.
Well, thank you, Yemi.
Yes.
Thanks,
I
Yemi.
feel like I learned a lot. I hope people learned a lot.
Yes.
Don't go to Applebee's or go. It doesn't matter because people gonna do what
People gonna do what they
anyway.
want
Yeah.
Don't do what
every
they
time,
want.
no matter what.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any last?
And I don't know if I got it.
I feel like we sprinkled
You
through.
did. You sprinkled through.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have any last parting things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for
and
having
being
me.
a guest.
Yes. This was nice. This is good
We
space.
got to do this again.
We could definitely do it
Yeah,
again.
that
Yes.
was fun.
I would love to come.
So now you can tell the guys in the group chat it wasn't scary. We didn't eat you or throw you in the trash.
I mean,
can.
when they might have a conversation with me after yo, you should, there might be some feedback that I get hey, listen, you should have said this then, you should have said that. I ain't like how, we'll
It's
see how
fine.
it works.
We're open to feedback and comments.
no, I'm talking about me. How did I represent
Oh, wow.
us?
they're gonna be like, you should have said.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point you should have just hit
Well,
it
you
with
guys
that.
just come. Just
That
come and
too.
be a guest.
Just join.
We're easy.
Yeah, you just got to be brave and courageous.
We're spicy. We're spicy and courageous.
Alex
women.
is spicy. This the spicy Alex right here. That's the Alex I know. So I don't know what she was doing on the other
Listen.
episodes, but when we talk, this is where we get to.
She was trying to ease the people.
No.
There
But-
have been sprinkles of spice throughout.
Yes, but I enjoyed myself though. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
Thanks for
me.
coming, Yemi.
Thanks
Yes.
for coming. Make sure you are following us on Instagram at Courageous Exchanges. You are subscribing. You are subscribed. Like, comment, share, all the things. And
Instagram at Courageous Exchanges.
yes. And if you need to email us, it's courageousexchanges@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for being here. Remember to live a courageous and authentic life. Bye-bye.
I looked at the time. I was like, it's 6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock.
No.